Turn up the heat degrees. I'm dirty, and I can surely get you. Don't
It's the NBA brought to you by 2K Sports on this very special Easter Sunday. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. A contest in the West will see if the Timberwolves can please this home crowd. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year. Guys, they came out on top of the season series matchup a season ago, taking 2 of the 3 away from them.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
Now here's Butler after the miss from Malik Monk. And so often we have these epic guard matchups, and tonight it's all about front court and not the back court. But nonetheless, it should be fun.
No doubt, Kevin. These front courts are big. They're dynamic. They're physical. A number of these guys can shoot it from great range. This should be one heck of a show.
And here's Brunson. Pass to Stoudemire. Bane looking around. 6 to shoot. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. And he makes that one.
And just look at the grace, the agility, versatility that Jabbar brings to the center position. Can beat you in so many ways.
Towns is doubled. Monk, no one around him. No good on the 3. Brunson with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Count that one. Abdul-Jabbar's got his second basket of the night.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And the Kings look a whole lot different now than they did for most of the 21-22 season. And they were changes that had to be made.
Now here's Brunson. The kick outside to Butler. Sweet move. Pass to Stoudemire. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Now when a team suffers a playoff drought like the Kings have, Greg, you can expect some major moves.
And you just hope they can find some stability, Kevin, moving forward. This is a team that's gone through 12 head coaches since the last time they made the playoffs.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Davis. Shot to stop the run.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Brunson scanning the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now here's Levine. Inside. And Davis sends it back.
The incredible length of Davis uses it to perfection to come up with the block.
And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar.
In for the Kings, Gordon Hayward. Cole Anthony.
Butler with the steal.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Levine wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Sacramento's head coach gave me a few minutes. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best, and we're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
Timeout called for Minnesota.
All right, David, thank you. Sounds like to execute the plan, Greg, they're going to have to get that good shot selection.
No doubt about it, Kevin. If you want to shoot a high percentage in this league, you have to be patient, and you have to understand what quality of shots you get.
And that's why you have a designed offense. Create the kind of looks you want so you don't have to play hero ball.
And Minnesota has possession. It's a 14-point game. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man. And now in his 14th NBA season, just one All-Star appearance for Jrue Holiday, but that belies his greatness as a player.
58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kick out to Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
A terrific leaper with incredible height. Davis is a dunk machine.
.29 seconds left in the first quarter. to the inside. Here's Levine. Out to Hayward. Boucher in the post. Outside, Levine. Pass to Hayward. Anthony on the wing. Lets the three fly. And so it's the Sacramento Kings. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Back to the action in just a minute.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Here's Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on Cole Anthony.
First team foul.
And to the line goes Davis. So long and talented. Most years, he's top 10 in free throw attempts. And with the struggles AD has had to stay healthy, and you wonder, though, if the team's going to focus on having him be at his best for that postseason run and try to manage the wear and tear.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Out to Stoudemire. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Kings substitution, Jalen Brunson.
Timberwolves trail by 12. And when Davis is on the floor, Greg, he is a force. But how do you keep him healthy into the playoffs? That is the question.
I mean, sustaining his output over a full season isn't easy, but Davis has had a bit of bad luck with the injury. So you have to mitigate ways to keep him available.
Abdul-Jabbar. And Abdul-Jabbar throws it down.
And not much you can do defensively once Kareem gets the ball in that close. Too much height, too much talent.
Wallace left side. Another shot. And he lays it up and in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Bane. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. And there's a whistle. And that's going to go on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That is his first foul of the game. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Here's Murray. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Kings leading now by 10. And Brunson, here we go. That one drops for him.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Murray. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
And this system thrives on Murray's aggression. When he attacks, you can just feel the energy. And when he lays back, the offense becomes stagnant.
No good on the second free throw. One of the stars of the 2020 bubble playoffs, Jamal Murray.
I mean, remember, he had a 50-point game, and Murray averaged over 26 points, helped Denver make it to the Western Conference Finals. We saw Jamal take his game to another level in Orlando.
Sacramento shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
By their very presence, certain guys just change the feel of a team. Jimmy Butler's presence is so strong that he has an immediate impact no matter where he goes.
Now here's Butler. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. And stolen by Butler. Payne for 3. Kept alive. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
It's stolen by Stoudemire.
2 minutes.
1:56 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Brunson, and Davis sends it back. Here's Murray, and that's rejected by Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Butler. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. And in the last decade, defenses switching on screens has increased dramatically. Is this the new normal, you think?
Kevin, I think so. I think teams that switch well tend to defend well because switching can create mismatches, but it's harder to punish those now with all the help defense.
And the Timberwolves call timing. Murray with it. Now Valanciunas defending. On the wing, Monk. Right wing. And that's a foul. It's called on Cole Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Barnes.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Good. Wallace has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Levine with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. A shot by Hayward, wide open. No good from outside. Timberwolves trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
it's Wallace. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the bruising nature of Wallace's game, terrific at just seeking out contact. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Now here's Levine. 12 points for him. And he gets the bucket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
To the middle. 4 seconds left.
Well, it's excellent recognition from Cole Anthony, but how about your offense working to get a man that wide open? Pretty.
And so it's Sacramento cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. And we'll be right back after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
Guys, you have to remember when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
And here's Barnes for 3. Barnes with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be firmly in the driver's seat.
So it's the Timberwolves now. You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before relocating to Los Angeles in 1960.
And I think the current crop of T-Wolves fans, Kevin, see this as a completely different franchise from that historic team. In their minds, they haven't won a championship yet, and that fact should really motivate this current roster to get one for this group.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Now here's Towns. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Pass to Butler. From deep. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Towns for 3. Stoudemire grabs the board. Pass to Butler. Deflects the pass. Murray with it. Brunson picks him up. The kick out to Barnes. No good that time. And it's the Kings taking it the other way.
Well, he'll run through a wall to win, but sometimes Jimmy Butler can drive his coach up a wall. Despite that tendency, though, to embrace conflict, this guy is working.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And, D.A., we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. And Greg, last season, Butler and Spoelstra got into it on the sideline. We all saw it. It was an interesting moment.
Yeah, I think that's a good way of phrasing it. That manic intensity perhaps necessary at times for a player who competes as hard as Jimmy.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Here they are, your Minnesota Timberwolves dancers.
Kings leading now by 18. Now Anthony. No points in the game yet for him. Kick out to Levine. Levine double team. Pass to Boucher. 5 to shoot. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Levine can't hit.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Towns down low. And Towns throws it down.
That's easy money for Karl Anthony Towns. Gets in close range and leaves no doubt.
Anthony drives in. Valanciunas. Outside, Bane.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside, Levine. Bane trying to free himself up. Pass to Levine. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Towns.
You know, I like that mentality by Levine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Over in the corner, Barnes. Davis with it. The kick out to Towns. And it's off from three-point range. .127 left in the third. In the corner, it's Levine. Fires from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. Davis in the corner. And the 3-ball is good. Davis has got 6.
And we know this about Scotty Barnes. He has a team-first mindset. Finds the open player in that instance.
To the right side. Here's Boucher. And Davis sends it back. And here is Monk. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
Beautifully done by Towns, using the up fake to bait the defender.
The line for Minnesota.
No good on the free throw.
Anthony Towns. 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. 43 seconds left to play in the third. Levine with it. Out to Hayward. And they'll get another chance. Back to Levine. Levine double team. Towns with the steal. Now here's Barnes. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Personal foul.
And there's a fluid power and athleticism that he possesses. Nearly impossible to contain Davis inside.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Here's Levine. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, Zach LaVine makes these kinds of nights look easy. He has got everything in his offensive arsenal.
Pass to Barnes. 1 second left. Misses at the rim. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Kings on top. They lead by 14 and will return shortly. Stranger things have happened. Sacramento leading by 14. Here's Brunson to the paint. Stolen by Holiday. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Towns. And a missed layup. And it's Sacramento's ball. Here's Brunson. Here's Stoudemire. Kick out to Levine. Levine double team. Sacramento moving it around. Clock at 6. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Towns.
And you're talking about one of the most decorated superstars in the history of college basketball, but maybe the most impressive feat. He won 3 national championships, and Kareem has a way of affecting winning.
Now here's Towns. And stolen by Butler. And now Sacramento on the break. Brunson with the ball. Levine double team. There's the triple. Tipped away. And stolen by Barnes. Down low. Here's Davis. Over Abdul-Jabbar. And it's Davis missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
To the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Here's Butler. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Timberwolves trail by 15. On the wing, Barnes. Trying to find Monk and gets it to him. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Stoudemire. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. The Kings making a switch here. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And finished off by Davis.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. It's stolen by Davis. Inside. And Davis throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Timeout called by the Kings. And the Timberwolves making a change here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Hey, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in with what the Kings head coach said to his team. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat. Make one final push and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Banchero. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, it's been about the rebounding. Really, that's the dividing line in this game.
Pass to Butler. Outside, Levine. The kick outside to Butler. Rebound by Wallace.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Over in the corner, Banchero misses from the corner.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Turnovers continuing to be a problem here in this quarter.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And it's Davis at the elbow. And Holiday has it in the corner. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Sacramento leading by 16. Count it, good. 13 points here for Jalen Brunson.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are...
Gotta respect the range of Holiday if you're the D, showing he can hurt you from that area.
Brunson with it, out guarded by Murray. Right side, Butler. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Kings lead by 17.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Kings.
When you shoot this well from 3-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't and they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Zach LaVine.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Here's LaVine after the basket by Minnesota. Puts up a 3. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Fast break, Minnesota. Murray outside. And finished off by Davis.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. With the step back. Here's LaVine. Lays it up and banks it in.
We're talking about a 3-level score. Right now, Zach LaVine getting to the painted area. High percentage finish.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely...
Make the wild look out. Make the wild look out. If you don't know that wild look out. Wild look out.